Bhaiya, can you put some powder on the carom board? The carom coins are not moving smoothly.
Here you go, Sanya. Your turn now.
Thank you, Bhaiya. I'm wondering, don't you think it is magical? When you put powder on the board, the carom coins start moving around smoothly.
Magic! It is friction, not magic, silly.
Friction? I remember someone using this word earlier. But who?
Have you noticed? When a ball is kicked, the ball rolls to a distance and then stops.
Oh, yes.
Well, that is because of friction. Friction is an invisible force between two objects in contact and comes into play when one object moves against the other. Friction tries to stop the rubbing motion. Get it?
Oh, does it mean that anything that moves will have some amount of friction associated with it? And say, when I push my chair back to stand up, there is friction acting onto it too?
Yes, absolutely.
Friends, isn't that fascinating? Can you think of some examples where friction comes into play?
Sanya and Kabir are rearranging their room. They are trying to push the study table to the far end but are finding it difficult to do so as the study table is very heavy.
Phew, this table is too heavy.
Wait, let us try putting a plastic sheet under the legs of the table so that it becomes easier to move.
And why do you think that would help?
Well, guess for yourself.
Oh, friction is it? It is the force that is opposing the movement of the table. But how would slippery plastic sheets reduce friction?
Friends, can you help me find out how would this be possible?
Can you refer to your textbooks and help me identify a possible reason why?
There is some oil spilled on the kitchen floor. Mummy is cleaning it when Sanya and Kabir come into the kitchen.
Be careful, kids. You will slip and fall. Come on, Sanya. Let's help Mummy clean this mess up.
Sure, Bhaiya. Ideally, friction should prevent us from falling, shouldn't it?
Yes, ideally it should. But there are certain factors that reduce friction. Like in this case, the floor is lubricated with the spilled oil. Lubrication reduces friction, which means that you may slip on this oil because of reduced friction.
Oh, no doubt. Anyone can slip in such a scenario. Friction is an absolute necessity for us to walk without falling or slipping. Friends, let us do an activity to see how friction can be reduced. You would need 5 pencils, 2 same-sized boxes with equal amount of weight in it. Place the pencils parallel on a table. Place one box on the pencil and the other box directly on the table. Now push both boxes simultaneously. Which box is easier to move?
Sanya and Kabir are watching the launch of a rocket on TV.
I just love the shape of a rocket. So majestic. It stands so slim and tall.
Yeah, Sanya. Rockets are purposefully given this aerodynamic shape to reduce friction with air and cut through the air when launched. Aerodynamic shape? What is that? Aerodynamics define how air moves around a solid object. Take rocket for an example. When a rocket is launched, it needs to work against the force of friction and cut through the air to move upwards. It is given a specific shape to reduce the air friction. This shape is called the aerodynamic shape. Can you both think about any other vehicles that are given an aerodynamic shape?
Yes, the airplanes have a similar conical shape, and so do the boats and ships. Friends, have you noticed the shuttlecock that we use while playing badminton has a similar shape too? Can you guess why?
Yup, the pointed shapes reduces friction, enhancing the speed.
Friends, do you want to see how the pointed shape works better in reducing friction than a regular non-pointed shape? Let us do an activity. Take 2 sheets of paper, make a paper plane using one sheet and make a paper ball out of the second sheet. Now, throw the 2 objects in a forward motion. Which object goes further, the plane or the ball?
Let us summarize our learning.
Friction is an invisible force between two objects in contact and comes into play when one object moves against the other.
Anything that moves will have some amount of friction associated with it. Lubrication reduces friction. Aerodynamic shape reduces friction.